How's it going, fellow indie game enthusiasts? I hope you're having a wonderful week start and you are ready for some really awesome dice-based deck building game, because today the early access version of For the Lich is coming out, and this is a game I played a lot in the demo phase. It is super awesome, it has a really awesome eerie vibe, but what we are going to do here is gathering some magical dice, trying to adapt the gear by going through the land haunted by a bunch of folklore enemies. Thank you very much for the publisher, Two Left Thumbs, for giving me a key to blast the early access before time. So without further ado, let's check out how For the Lich plays. So I was able to reset my progress in the game. There's like a hacky version for that at the moment, not an official one. So if you like to reset your progress from the demo, check out the Steam forum discussion, because you will be able to find it how to do that. So we got a daily run and campaign. We are going to blast the campaign, and the first character we can play is the Undertaker. So we have like 25 health. The weapon is a shovel and a coffin shield. Just look at this dude. It's super awesome, like a vampire hunter mixed with the gravedigger. Objects, we got a bunch of D4s, the obsidian D4, a D6, a couple of D8s, a D10 and a clover. We will go through these when we start the game, just really quickly summarizing how this guy starts. Okay, so classic spire-like nature. We are going from encounter to encounter, build up some cool items, get new dice, and try to have some really nice combinations to take down enemies. Starter chest, we are always starting with a chest, which is a really nice extra. So what we can have is like a rusty shield. Return all d6 to tray after use, and here we got two bones. Bones we'll subtract from the counter, and we got the plated die, negative values but gain armor equal to the roll number. So this is like a trade-off. So what we are going to have is, we have weapons, we have shields, and they have specific target numbers. If we roll under the target number, we use the weapon or the shield with said number. But if we roll the exact target number, we will get a critical effect. Usually we are trying to reach the critical effect, but this depends on the situation. So what we can have is like a rusty shield. So this has 7 defense, potentially the coffin shield has 4. The critical effect of this one can roll 1d6. Here, return all d6 to tray after use. So if we reach a critical level with the rusty shield, all the used d6s are going back to the tray. Tray is the place, or the deck, if you want to call it that, is the place where we use dice from. We either get some extra defense, or we get 2 subtracting thing and a plated die, which will give us like flat armor, but it will deduce from the number we are rolling altogether, or whenever we use it. I like to go with the shield, because just a bit more straightforward stuff. So of course, legend wise, skulls are enemies and chests are chests. We will have like a icon with a palm. We can get like HP back. There are some elite monsters with some more spooky, skullish, fiendish, some kind of graphics. You will get the gist. So we can go like 3 directions, 2 starter chests and a battle. I'd like to get as many stuff as possible. So let's go with the starter chest once again. Now let's see what we can get this time. So this is a Moon Slicer, 10 damage, critical. Can we roll 1 die from the board, potentially dealing more damage? This guy has 6. Shovel, can roll 1d4 from your tray. So I think with the 7 rusty shield, they're pretty okay. Maybe that's the worst idea ever, and I'm changing the coffin lid thing to have like 2 weapons. You know, just a reminder, this game, in my opinion, is not easy, so we might die a lot, but you will let me know in the comments if this game is easy and I just suck. Okay, so we got a nice tutorial coming up. You draw 5 objects from your bag at the beginning of your turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Select a weapon from your inventory to equip it. So we got the shovel or the bone slicer. This looks super good, so we just have to start with that. You can now roll dice and trinkets to add their value to the counter. So difference between dice and trinket. Pretty simple, but you will see. These are dice. This is a trinket, and they usually give you like a base value or like a fixed value or something that is like a situational thing. So like return the highest rolled die to the tray, for example. This is the existing item. So what we're going to do is try to roll 10 or lower, but most likely 10. So you can reroll one die from the board. So let's start with a D8. 5, pretty okay. The counter is still under the weapon's critical value. You can keep rolling. You can attack an enemy by selecting them. Okay, so dude has 13 HP. So if I go with a D6, there is a potential failure, but a pretty low chance. But of course, I fail. You have rolled over the weapon's critical value and failed. You can also switch weapons during failed rolls. So we screwed this up, but we just changed the weapon. I just roll a D4, and then I roll another D4, still under the value. This will give us free, so we're not using it. So let's just deal 4 damage to the guy. You can use each weapon once per turn. That's really important. And of course, by mean use it, that means that successfully attacked with. So this one was a failure, so it's still available for really nice use. But of course, we got a rusty shield, and I'd like to mitigate the damage of the black shock. This is how you pronounce it, hopefully. So I just use the trinket and click on my guy to gain armor. So that's free, and we are not taking damage. So game is pretty tactical, in my opinion, and has a really nice depth. So don't be hasty and try to distribute your dice and values as effectively as possible. Any leftover armor is lost at the start of your turn. Pretty classic. So guy is planning to deal 3 damage. What we can do is roll a d10. So that's of course like a 2. That's a 3. This is a fixed one. The obsidian die is always rolling a 4. I really want to go for this. This is 8. We're dealing 8 because otherwise I would screw this up, and I just use the shovel, of course roll the 1, and this guy goes down. Plus 10 XP. Keep in mind that we have an XP bar, and in the early access version we are getting levels, and with levels we are getting some extra coolness. Blemish die can reroll self but gain blemish. Decrease armor gain by stacks. Okay, and this is a coin. Add 1 to the counter. Let's go with the D10, the blemish one. Okay, dice fusion. Sorry, I was mistaken this thing. This is a dice fusion, and we have like a die for health. You will see this one up here. So let's just go. I don't really remember how this works, and there is no tutorial for die fusion. So what I remember is we put together like dice with different amount of sides or with different properties, and we get something really good. So what would you say? Let's go with a d4 and a d6. Oh, so you cannot. Okay, so I merged these two together, like d8. You know, let's go with d6 and like an obsidian die, and hopefully we get like a obsidian d6. Okay, cool. That's a good one. Weapon chest. Ho ho, look at those. Frost shield. Critical. Make all dice on the board frozen. Frozen dice will roll the face they are frozen on. So once we use this and we're able to get a critical, all the dice on the board will be frozen, and we can get it from the tray like that one. It's really good. And we got a sigh. Clear the board, but you can roll unlimited d4s. So what happens? You get the 4. All the dice are lost, but you can roll all the remaining d4s on your tray. That's super brutal one. I think we got pretty nice defense with the Rusty Shield, so I'm not going for the Frost Shield this time. Maybe that's the worst idea ever, but we will see. Okay, die for health or Elite Battle. We're at maximum HP, so who knows? Of course, Elite Battle most of the time means Blood Moon, and this is extremely nasty. So if we overkill them, so we deal more damage than the remaining HP, converted back to health. Super bad. Okay, we max out the Rusty Shield. So this is a 6 by default. What happens? Return all d6 to tray. Okay, so that would be cool. I'm not going to risk this because we need some nice defense. But here I roll a 3. Okay, that's also not going to happen. So let's just deal damage to one of the guys who's trying to deal the most damage. And this is a 5. Well, okay, not the biggest mitigation, so we will take 6 damage. But that's still okay. We can come back from this. So 7. So it's a 6. And this is an over one. Oh, of course. You can clear the board by selecting your weapon. Okay, let's just go for that. Hope for a nice roll. No. So we cannot do the overkill because this guy will come back. I really don't want to do that. So he goes down. Let's roll for this one. You know, just go for it. Cool. You are in critical state and cannot roll more dice unless an effect allows it. Every weapon has its own critical effect. Hover over your weapon to read it. So return all d6 to the tray. Unfortunately, we do not have a d6 here, but we can reroll but gain blemish. So if we reroll this, we will get like an extra amount if we are lucky. Blemish decrease armor gain by stacks. Let's try this. That was an 8. So in this case 10. So we mitigate the full incoming damage. That was a good thing, and we don't have dice, so Sai is not going to be used. This guy has Vampire, restores HP equal to the unblocked damage dealt. Of course. What else do we need here? This is 2. This is 3. Come on. We are not getting there. Okay, let's just deal damage to this guy. I like to blast 7, so this one goes down. And then we just get 5. So we take only 1 damage. That's pretty manageable. Okay, they are going to heal. So let's see. For a nice 10. Can we? No, but let's reroll. It's a 1. That's a reroll. That's a 1. That's a 7. And we can go with this one. It's just a 10. Can reroll 1 die from the board. So that's a 10. So if I reroll this, there is a huge chance that I screw up, so I'm not going to do this. Let's just deal 10 damage to this annoying fella. And then we do a 3. That's an overkill. So thank you. Ah, yeah, not mitigating all of them because, oh, we got the blemish. Oh, I forgot that. Aha, okay, we are pretty close to die. Okay. That's a 10. So it's a 6. Okay, 9. This guy goes down. Come on. What are the odds? You know, I just go there and just mitigate as much as possible. Okay, so no healing this time. Go for this. This guy goes down. That's a good one. Can we roll a nice 10, please? No. That's 8. So I'm just going to keep this. And hopefully, yeah, we are not overrolling. That's a good one. Come on, why can't I roll something better? Roll a 2. Oh no, that's a 4. So, just to show you, guy comes back in 2 HP. That's a 4. Yeah, okay. He will get back 1 HP. You keep your tray objects from the previous turn, so they will remain. Let's go for a 1. Come on. Roll for 2. Oh, okay. Well, that was harder than I expected, but we survived, nonetheless. Pretty cool stuff. Medallion of Greed. Whenever it's drawn from your bag, increase its value by 1. So it's a pretty nice, like, fixed value +1 every single time. Broken Crystal Ball. Make 3 low predictions onto random dice inside your tray. I'm not sure if I understand this, and there is no tooltip. Okay. Hopefully. We need low things, so I'm just going to get there. Here's the shop. Greetings, traveler. But I don't have any coins because I chose things beside coins. So what we can do is heal based on the dice value. This is a 10. So we can only heal and sacrifice 1 die. So I get the maximum HP. You know, this run will be a bust for sure, but let's just go as long as possible. So, rolling power D4, 1 stack. Increase current attack power by 1, then you roll a D4. Of course. Of course. So they're going to deal 2 damage at the moment. If I roll a D6, that's a 2. And that's not going to work because this is an over thing. Okay, let's go for this guy. This is a 5. So in this case, this is a 1. Oh, inside your tray. Ah, okay, so this one will make them roll low. Okay, so they will just deal 2 damage. I'm not using the D4 here. Okay, let's see. So if I want to go for 7, that's good. Return all D6s after use. No D6s were used. So we got 7. We have to take down this guy. And to do so, I'm just going to roll 2. Yes. That's a good one. And for that, I just roll this. Of course, this is a big one. Well, let's just make it last. That's an 8. That's a 6. That's an 8. That's a 10. Okay. That was really bad. But we roll like 3. Okay, so in this case, this weapon is not the best one. But never mind. The good thing is that they are getting these stacks only for the round, so they will not carry over. And that's a good one. Debt Curse. Start counter with -4. Super bad. That's a 5. That's a 6. Can we get 10? No. Unfortunately, no. Okay, unlock 1 item. Deal 100 damage. And that was super bad because we only have like 2 HP left. You know, I was sure that we are getting down, so I don't really care anymore. But can we get a free? No. Okay, let's get nothing because of the blemish. boy. That's a bad one. So at least take down this guy. We got a level 2. You gain 5 maximum HP. And we can choose between 2 of those. Halo. On health loss, gain blood token with the same value. It's really nice. And cross necklace. Heal 3 HP when you kill an enemy by dealing damage equal to their remaining health. Yeah. Not this time. So that's a 1 in this case, okay. So I just deal 1 damage. But we go down. Okay. So game over. We got 3 new things. Okay, I wasn't able to go through them. Interesting. And we got this uncommon thing, is called the Halo, where we get those blood things. So I'm not sure if this is working. Yeah, because of the hacky thing, I see all the previously unlocked things, so I'm not going to go through the trinkets and whatever, because it will either spoil your game or they are not actually well represented. Welcome, fellow traveler. If you like indie games as much as I do, please don't forget clicking all the nice buttons on the screen, because it helps out the channel a lot. And if you are an indie dev who needs their game tested or covered, please send me an email to the email address on the screen. And now, back to the game. So we failed pretty nicely in the first run, so let's go and try to do something else this time. And keep in mind, this game is utilizing that you are paying attention, not overdoing the numbers if not necessary. I usually screwed up a run because I'm just going to invest more dice into my defense, because could it hurt? No, because it turns out you lose potential dice for the next turn or future turns, and you can just really easily fail because of this. Okay, what a nice start. Oracle Shield can roll 1 predicted die, and here we got 3 coins, so this one is going to do a really nice amount of defense, so I just like to start with that. And of course, what we can do is either go for a dice fusion or normal battle, and weapon chest. Let's get a weapon chest, because it could be nice to have something better immediately. So what about the Moon Slicer? Is that 12? I think will be enough defense, but having 2 weapons is a good idea. So can roll 1 predicted die, which means that this is the predicted one. Okay, so, he's going to deal 2 damage, then we just get like 4 defense, not overdoing anything. 8 is a pretty safe one. 1 and 2, and if we add 3, still lives, but we are getting closer to the goal. So trying to deal 4 damage, let's go like 8. Okay, a bit too much, but doesn't matter. First fights are usually pretty self-explanatory, but after that, in my experience, you cannot just half-wit or half-ass any of the rounds or any of the encounters, because you can really easily die in this game. Create a bone and place it in the tray. The bone is doing like minus things. And at the moment, I think we are pretty okay, like defense and damage wise. So immediately, Vetala Skeleton and Vetala Zombie gain a bone in the tray on hurt. Pretty cool. So altogether, they are trying to deal 12 damage immediately. That's pretty brutal. So what I like to do is have as much just defended as much as possible, and I'm not going to deal damage to them, so let they come. We will see the next round. 10 damage total. Can I roll? Oh, nice. Okay, that's a nice 10. So we just go. Then with the slicer, So we need 10. So let's just roll a d6 and then a d4. And then we add the clover. So that's a 10. And in this case, can re-roll 1 die from the board. So this is a maximum. So I would say we cannot go worse than, yeah. From 10 to 10, of course. What else? Okay, let's just go there. Defending all the damage. So let's just roll this guy. And yeah, I'm not going to gamble. So what I learned from Die for the Lich is like gambling is like a super high risk, but also really nice reward, but playing totally safe this time. Okay, we need 5 of the defending. That's 6. So that's pretty good. Try to get something out of this. But we have a bone, so that's good. Yeah, 5 and 6, not going to reroll them. And with the shovel, that's an 8, so okay. I'm just not going to try anything else. Okay, so this guy should go down. So he is like, of course. So that's a 6. I defend this, and with this one we just take care of this guy, and here we go. So you know, usually in deck builders, if you just put extra defense or like you just overblow it, it's not that demanding like in this game, because you have to think forward based on your, you know, like dice supply. So trying to deal 6. That's a 6. It's nice. Try to get the guy. So it's a 4. Okay. Okay, I can get like a nice 4 and then reroll the 2 to a 4. And that's like much better. Go with the guy, edit. Okay. Super cool, and you know, 1 damage is enough, so nice one. Let's see the chest. Can we roll self but gain blemish? We don't have coins. Let's see this one. Weapon chest. Is there like, yeah, the shop. Okay, I'm not going to risk the D20 this time. Let's go to weapon chest. It's like rusty dagger or frost shield. Frost shield is pretty brutal, so we can make all the dice rolled frozen on a critical. But I'm just going to change the rusty dagger with the shovel. I know the end boss has those black stags that they just, you know, thrive on D4 rolls, but fingers crossed. 4 damage, 5 damage, and cast a debuff on the players. So the debuff will be from the Vetala Skeletal Bishop is that every single time if we have a bone in the tray, it's going to explode on the end of the turn, and he's going to apply these debuff more times, so we will get stacks, and based on we will get damaged. And yeah, so this guy is super annoying, but I'm just going to get rid of this guy first. But first we need at least 9 to defend. This is 6, this is 9. Okay, and for that one I just add, you know, like 3. Okay, it doesn't matter. But also what is really cool with the coin is technically a trinket and a currency at the same time, which I think is super fun. So here, bone explosion. At the end of your turn, take 3 damage for each bone in your tray. Awesome. So 7. This is 6. Okay, I hope 6 is going to be enough, because I like to take down this guy. We can reroll, but all of them are maxed out, so that's a 10. Go with this one. Take down this annoying guy, and this is not a bone, because this is just a bone die, so we are not getting exploded. Also, the cool thing, this one takes down because we have stacks. 5 damage. Let's roll. You know, like, let's go with this one. Eight. That's really nice, but okay, so we can reroll the d8. Will we screw ourselves? Of course. Why wouldn't we? So let's just add a coin to deal 9. This is 6. Super good. But haha. Okay, okay, but we do not have stacks. Oh, fine. Oh, okay, cool. I was like, oh boy, I just screwed the whole round, taking 9 damage instantly from the guy. But no. 6. Okay, so potentially we're going to roll a huge amount. Okay, but no debuffs either. But now, so we have to use all of these as soon as possible. You know, so is it possible to take down this guy but already equipped the weapon? Oh, we can change it. Okay, so I remember in the demo we weren't able to change these once we decided. Okay, so let's just go like... It's a 9. That's a 10. So I just reroll this. 12. You know, I just use all of this. Nothing is going to happen, of course, but I don't want this guy to blow the stuff. And, you know, we take... Oh, we still take 8 damage. Okay. But it's much better than, like, taking 15. I just take him down as soon as possible. Level 2. Maximum HP. Star buttons. After rolling 15 objects, draw 1 and reset stacks. Reset stacks. Okay. And Ghost Mask. Ghost die evaporates if it moves into your discard bag. And you roll a Ghost die, but we do not have a Ghost die, so let's just go with the stacky one. Not sure if I understand it correctly. After rolling the object, draw 1. Ah, draw 1, okay. And this one resets. Okay, cool. So here's like a shop. And draw an object from the discard bag. It's a tombstone, or, you know, let's just get like collect 10 coins. We unlocked an item. Here's the shop, okay. Same stuff. Rogue dagger. Extra hit, but half the damage. So this one is rerolling the d4s. This one is extra damage, extra hit, but half the damage. And we got 4 coins. Board counter. Set value equal to the number of objects on the board. Whoa. Okay, this is useful. Poison die. Cast poison to the enemy with the highest health. Poison d8, rolling a d8 adds a stack, and at the beginning of the enemy turn, deal damage equal to stacks. Okay, that's also really cool. This is the plated one, giving us like nice armor but negative effect. Mirror die, roll the same as other d8 on the board. So we have like 2 d8s. Could be nice. Or we could go with the rogue dagger. Oh boy. Oh boy. But okay, we have 3 coins. So die, create a ghost die, same type, and place it in your tray. You know what? Rogue dagger, ghost die. And to get like something cool, I just need maximum HP, so sacrificing the d10. Fingers crossed. Okay, so we are expecting 2 damage. But this can change, of course, based on the number of d4s we roll. This is a 1. It's a 10. So I can reroll this one to a high one. This is 13. And if I add this, get rid of this guy immediately. Woohoo! And then just simply defend the incoming damage. Cool. 8, 9. You're pumping up the incoming damage. But that's the only thing I can do because... Okay. So we suffer 3 damage. Okay. The good thing is that this one is resetting. Okay, so what we like to do is get rid of this guy. Regular D8. Okay, that's a 7. Extra, but half the damage. Okay. For that, the same type and place it in your tray. Am I going to screw this up? No. Set value equal to the number of the objects on the board, which is, in this case, 2. That was an overkill, for sure. But I just wanted to understand this. And for this, we roll this one. And mitigating 5. You know, let's just take 1 damage. Fairly okay. Okay, we no need to defend this time. So 8, okay. So we deal, and it's like, okay, nice one. And then for the slicer, 5, 10, super good. But we are not going to reroll because 10 is a pretty nice outcome, and I don't want to botch it. Okay, so if the guy gets damaged, one thing will be removed, but we need super good defense. So, what are the 8? That's a 2, of course. It's a 4. Eight. Now he's going to do 10. So I'm just going to get this. So this is 11. And what we have to consider is that the guy is going to take one of this because getting damaged. But, you know, still better to lose a bone than to lose a pretty valuable die. 10 damage incoming. So we need at least... Okay, I will go with this. Freaking unlucky. Okay, but let's just use the bone. And, you know, I just deal damage to him. Doesn't matter. Okay, trying to curse the weapon so we don't have to defend. 8. Okay, I'm not going to. Let's keep this. That curse start with -4 and half the crit value of this weapon. Okay, I really wanna win this, so we just put everything to the table. And that's a 12. So we put this, which is a 16. Okay, so no damage this time. Yes, like 13. Oh boy, we are going up. We are going up in numbers. Ghost Eye. No. Jesus. Okay. Super unlucky. Oh no, we just have to defend. That's not a question. That's a 12. So let's just go with this one. Am I going to screw this? No. Okay. Blocked most of it. Okay. Okay, that was totally unnecessary, by the way. I could have just waited until like this turn. Yeah, so this game is super punishing in like many ways. And I really like it, but sometimes it is just a bit too much, so be prepared. And hopefully he goes down. Oh, okay. Oh boy. Unlocked one character, 3 items. Oh, look at this, a sight. Can draw 2 d4s from your tray. Vampire Mark, heal 2 HP when you kill with this weapon. Super brutal. And the Air Guard, gain 1 stack of Second Wind. And Second Wind, next non-critical weapon use grants another use. You know, let's just go with the vampirism thing. Oh, look at the colors. Super awesome. Boss battle. And we have another track going in the background. Okay, so die for health. Definitely need it. We don't have money, unfortunately. Cursed Offering. Haven't really seen this, I guess. Or I don't remember it, so... Where to go? Where to go? Okay, let's go with the health thing. So let's fuse a die. So we can have like a fixed D8. That's a good one. Okay, we need some healing. Nalusa Falaya. I do not remember this at all, so yeah. Oof. What a track. Come on. Unknown action and attacking the player for like 5. Okay, let's make the die. That's good. He's going to take stuff if gets hurt. It's a 5. Can we? Ah! God damn it. Let's just hit like 3 and he's not taking anything. Okay. Okay, this is... So like this is 8. And together this is 11. So what I do is... Can we roll 2 d4s? I do not have, but we... When you kill with this weapon. Okay, so that's not a kill. Okay. Ah! Okay. So, you know, rolling like I roll at the table in this game. That is super sad. Okay, that's 8. Should be good. Let's just deal a little damage. Oh, okay, nice. Oh, ho, ho, nice one. But yeah, I'm not going to reroll because 3 is pretty okay. Okay, and at this moment, the game is out in early access. I just saw the Discord message from the dev. Okay, we have to mitigate 10 damage. This is 4. This is 8. Okay, let's deal a lot of damage, if that's possible. This is one. No. Okay, that's 10. It's still good, but he's taking the die, no problem. Seven damage. Okay, I just tried to nuke him down. Yeah, and we got 2 HP because of the kill. You gain 5 maximum HP. Shock Belt. Lose half of your maximum HP the first time you lose HP in battle. Gain 1 vampire stack now. You can reroll once on the board. Yes, please. The other one sounded really good, but we need more experience to do that. Let's get some thingy. We need like a d6. I really like how we have to manage like all the like dice reserve. Some of them are currencies, some of them can be used to get healed, so it's really nice overall. Okay, we cannot buy anything from 1. That's a sad thing. Ooh, look at this. Imp sister, imp brother. Looking super good. Critical guard, 1 stack. Block critical attacks. Excuse me? Yo, so 8 is good, so he's going to deal 8 damage. I'm not going to use this because he blocks crit, but this will be 10. He's doing damage. Okay, let's get rid of this guy because he's getting blocked. For damage, cast a buff on an enemy. Inflicts a curse on a random weapon. Roll a bedeviled d4 on every die roll from the tray. Bedeviled, negative die that is destroyed on critical. Oh boy, okay. Thank you. That's really nice. Again. It's a free. But I can reroll once. That's a 9. I just go with that because they just disregard crits. That's a 4. Let's see what happens, just for the sake of fun. That's 7. But if I put this, yeah, oh, just deal that amount and just leave them be. 2 stacks of the critical thing. Unlucky curse. Rolling a die forces a low prediction onto a random die. Thanks, dude. Negative die that is destroyed on a critical. Let's roll this. That's a 5. That's an 8. Let's just hit this guy. And after that, we build some defense. Oh no, this is predicted. Oh, but I can just... Can I remove? No. Oh no, why? Oh no, that okay, but it's still okay. Never mind. No. I thought that was a failure, but no, that wasn't a failure. Okay, let's get rid of this guy immediately. So we need like 8 defense. Or 10 in this case. 8. So I'm not pushing any of these because this guy is just heating criticals. That's a 9, so kind of maxing out the thing. And you know, just taking 3 damage is not that bad. Go to side. That's a 4. So of course he has 11 HP. Wow! Damn it. That's a 10. Okay. And then we just take, oh, because 0 times 1 is 0. Ah, right. Okay, 4 damage, no problem. But we will kill this with the side and we take back like 2 damage. Oof. Man, this is intense. Leather die, draw an object from the bag or 2 coiny coin, dice fusion. Okay, we won't be able to buy anything. Another dice fusion, so it's a 12. So this one needs an 11, this one needs a 10. So like a fixed, like 12 is not good enough for us. But we can do like a bone D8. Okay. I think that's a good idea. Another dice fusion. So I guess we cannot fuse like 2 normals into like a bigger one. No. Leather 12. Can I get that to 6? No. Let's just go. And let's get a nice amount of health for... You know, I just sacrifice a d4. Maybe that's a super bad idea, but... Oh, I also just saw that we have like an eye patch equipped. Good. Okay. Vetala. Hi, dude. Looks like me when I wake up. Okay. Unknown action. Okay, I'm getting really scared. That's a 10. It's an 11. So what we can do is you can roll d4s, 2 d4s, but I just freaking what? Okay, never mind. That's 14. For the bone thing, okay, I just deal 8 and that's it. What is the unknown action? Okay, summoning a guy. Bedeviled Omen, 1 stack. Receive 1 times Bedeviled d20 in your tray on death. Is it going to get removed? Hopefully. Go with this one. Unlock 1 item. Gain 500 overall armor. Cool. Okay. So that's a 1. But that's a 9. And if I add this together, it's an 11. And I have at least 1 d4. And I can reroll this. Woohoo! Okay, I hate the big guy because I really want to get rid of this thing before he dies. Okay, a nice 6. I can go with that one. Can only target this enemy and this one go away. Vetala, I hate you. Officially, I hate you. Doesn't matter. Because we will take you down. And since I can only attack this guy, well, we know what's going to happen. But here, no, I'm not going to do this because that would be like an overkill. So we receive a bad d20. Okay. Objects are destroyed after battle, but you know, it's temporary. So I can just, you know what? I can just reroll this here. Roll this here. So minus 20. Who cares? Same guy. Okay. I think I'm getting the flow here. 6. That's a 4. That's a 7. Thank you very much. That's a 10. And then I can reroll the thing. This is a 6. Oh, this one's a 1. It's a 4. We'll push it. No. Super bad idea. Never mind, because I put it here and I put this here. This is 15, so screw you. And then you just get that one, a nice 8. No. Okay, I'm not going to like risk this, but this is a 1 reroll. Okay, it's a 10. That's much nicer. In turn. Oh, 2 of them. Starting to get like a pattern here. So 8 damage. This is a fixed date. Fine by me. 5. 9. Okay, so no like targeting this guy debuff at the moment here. So shouldn't be a problem. Should I? Yeah, I have an extra d4 here. And we can reroll the ones. 17. You know, let's just divide the damage. Maybe not the worst idea ever. But now we have to get rid of them for sure, because this is just too much. Let's start with this guy. We are having pretty nice things going on. This one is working like magic. At the start I was like, is it a good thing? But yeah, it's definitely a good thing. You can reroll 1 die from the board. Steal. Okay. So, like, you know, that's a 3. And that's a 4. And that's another extra, so I'm just going to hit the big guy. Maybe that was super greedy, but I don't care, because this just felt so good. This is a 9, so this guy can go to sleep. And then we just add together a couple of nice things, because I was able to reroll the 1. Whew, man. This is a great thing. Okay, let's end turn. What is this? Negative obsession. You must roll negative objects first. Interesting. You know, I just... That's a 1. I can't reroll a 1. Why would I do that? Okay, I'm just going to blast all my stuff here. Reroll this. But that's it. So, like, nothing will happen. And then I just... Let's see. It's a 6. He had like 3 HP, so... Not a problem. And then... I just build up a nice amount of defense. That was a bit of an overkill. Should I just push it or take 9 damage? Oh, no, not an overkill. Exactly 9. Okay, keeping it. Super good. Guy's super pissed. I would be super pissed as well. Sight. Okay, so this is a fixed. And altogether, this is 11. This means I can roll 2 d4s. If that's a 1, I can reroll it. Add this. This is 22. Oh boy, this is super good. And then for this one, I just give the leather die. And then this. And then this. Okay, reroll the 1. But you know what? Let's just get -2. This is a -1. We are just going for it. All in. 4. That's a 9. Oh, I'm just keeping this. Okay, that was super fun. Imagine like being happy for a -20. Oh, hi fellas. Gain bone. 6 damage. That's a 10. That's a whooping 20. That's an 8. It's a 12, so I'm just going to go for this. So which one? Try to take down the 6. I guess none of them. You know, what happens if I just focus on this guy? And I just, you know, roll this. Oh, maybe that was a little bit too premature. Okay, never mind. Oh, we will get like an extra thing because the star rating is still there. Oh boy, that's not nice. Negative thing. Also 9 damage. But we can reroll. Reroll the 1. Okay. Just give it a 9. I'm focusing on this guy, but you know what's going to happen? He's going to buff. No, debuff on the player. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I have to get rid of these first. Wait, only almost just negatives. That's a brutal one. I also have to get rid of these. Oh yeah, so this one is done. So I have at least 2. Maybe I was like innovating too much with the things. I think it's not going to work out. Or 18 damage. So if you're lucky. So that's going to be like a last resort type of thing. That's a 10. Should I? Okay. Oh, they... Oh, come on. I did not see that. Okay, at least we have to take down this guy. That's a 6. That's good. So we have to get like 15. Around 15. That's an 8. It's a fixed 8. No problem. Okay, that's 12. Okay, so we're still good. But we have to take care of this guy instantly. 10, please? No. But in this case, this is a 10. I can reroll. So like this one is automatically rerolled. This is a 6, so like 6 again. Good. We go with the sight. I just take care of this guy and we get back like 2 HP. And then I just give this everything we have, which is 8. Okay, we are still up. Still up. 18 damage or go home. Or we just, you know, bust everything because we only have negatives. Okay, I just roll this. I just blast everything here like a minus. whatever. The good thing is it's not healing them. That would be the worst thing ever. Like, you know, imagine, well, you just put too much stuff in it, so you just go down. Thank you, that's a 12. And for this, I roll a 4, a 5. And fingers crossed for the last round. That's a 10. He's not going to go down. I screwed up the whole thing. I'm not getting anything back. These are -1s. And we screwed up. Damn it. That was extremely close. I got too excited at the end. Okay, this is a really fitting end for the demo gameplay. But the cool thing is, we unlocked Mr. Dante, so in the next video we will check him out. There's a daily run as well, which I have to, you know, like check out later on. Bunch of things unlocked, and you know, all together. So like, For the Lich is a super unique game in my opinion, because it has a really cool vibe, a super easy one. So it's going to be a hit or miss. If you like things like that, you're going to love it to the bones, or otherwise you're just going to hate it. This game needs like super attention. So if you want to play this as a second monitor content, good luck. Maybe I'm just extremely noob, but this game needs your attention. Like, super brutal enemies. One slip up and you potentially screwed the whole run. But otherwise, really great combinations, super great ideas, great but punishing enemies. You know, like managing your dice supply as they can be like currency, also like healing thing. Having the 7-piece like classic dice set in the game as like a super risky thing to do, like with all the fixed target numbers for weapons and items and you know, like armor and all the stuff, and just pushing your luck. But maybe it's just me and I'm rolling super bad like usual, but gambling is a crucial part of For the Lich, but it is a super high risk and like super great reward, but usually you just go down if you are too greedy or just too persistent or whatever. So take your time, be tactical, and you know, last but not least, if you want to have a great dice-based roguelike deck builder, get For the Lich early access, because 1, you're getting a cool game for a really nice price. 2, you are supporting really cool indie devs. 3, you are supporting a really cool publisher. And 4, hopefully you will have a great time. Let me know, what do you think about For the Lich early access? Drop a comment, all the cool YouTube jazz. And for today, I was the Alchemist, and I'm seeing you with many more awesome indie game gameplays extremely soon. Take care.